What's up guys, this is Nerdbook coming at you with another episode of But Does It Spin, and today we have yet another volume 30. We did open Wind Knight, we did open Prominence Knight, and we did open Devil Excalibur. So we only have 2 left to go, so let's see what we get. But before we continue, leave us a like if you've been enjoying this series, and consider subscribing not to miss any future videos of But Does It Spin. So are you ready? Let's go. So here we are with Wind Kerbeus. Fantastic, fantastic. There isn't any piece that is new here except for the armor piece here, which is a 4. The 4 came with Zest Achilles, which because of a post office mistake, I didn't receive my Zest Achilles yet. It got lost, so I did have to order a new one. So we're still waiting for that. So this is the very first 4 armor that I've seen, but everything else we have seen in this channel already, so I won't talk too much about it. The blade is a right spinning stamina type, which of course has the 2 modes of upper force and down force. We will leave it as is, just like before. The chip of course is Kerbeus, which does have the rubber tabs on it as the gimmick of it, so it will be more difficult to burst it. And of course, the armor, like I said, is a 4. So it does have 4 points of weight right here. It is very symmetrical, so you know, it's even weight distribution, which is fantastic, which is very similar to the 6 that came with the Wind Knight. But yeah, nothing too crazy here. The forged disc is a Xanthus, which did come with Xiphoid Excalibur, but this is black, and this is fantastic as well. As you saw, the metal part here is exactly the same as the one that came on the moon. What changes is the plastic. This, of course, is asymmetrical. It does have this little plastic tip here, which on Xiphoid did add an extra impact point. But here, I'm not too sure. Yeah, here, because wind is so large, it won't add any impact points no matter where it is. But because it is asymmetrical, the weight distribution will be slightly different, and that can impact the way it moves. That said, it does have the BU locks here as the metal part, but Kerbeus, it does have the rubber part on it, so the metal will go over that. I'm not sure how well that will work, but you know, it is what it is. And of course, the driver is a red bounce. It's a normal bounce, just like the one that came with Wind Knight. We're not a huge fan of it. We didn't like it very much. It is very short and it bounces around, which is kind of interesting, but it doesn't really do anything for the Beyblade itself. So it's just one of those new drivers that, you know, we just have it for the collection. So yeah, those are the parts. But before we go to assemble it, I think I should talk about this second Wind Knight that we can make. If you are unlucky and you don't get a Wind Knight, the prize bay, by getting these 3 Beyblades, the Wind Kerbeus, Prominence Knight, and the Demon Excalibur, you can make your own Wind Knight, the red variant. The only thing that would be different from the prize bay would be, of course, the 6 armor. But you know, the 6 armor isn't too hard to find. If you have been collecting Beyblades, you might have an extra 6 lying around somewhere. I do remember that the remake that was on volume 25 did come with a red 6, so you might have that laying around. And since it's red, hey, it goes well with this. It is a red color, right? But yeah, so from the Prominence Knight, we would only need the core. From the Devil Excalibur, we would only need the moon disc. And then everything else here, we could use this 4, or like I said, the extra red 6 that we got from volume 25, and of course the wind blade and the bounce driver. So let's real quick assemble that just to see how it looks before we assemble Wind Kerbeus. And here it is, the red Wind Knight, red and gold Wind Knight, right? Fantastic. It looks very cool. I think I do like its color scheme better than the original one. It's just that I wish there was some more colors on the core itself to distinguish the head. But aside from that, I think it's cool that Takara Tomy put enough parts in the volume to let the people be able to get a second variant of the prize bay in case they don't get the first one. I think that's really cool. I don't think they've done that before. I guess they did that on volume 25 as well. But aside from that, we haven't seen it in a while. So it's always cool to see it. That said, we're not going to battle it with it because, like I said, it's very similar. And we still do need our Wind Kerbeus and the other two Beyblades to make the battles. So we're gonna disassemble this, assemble the Wind Kerbeus, and then move on to the battles. So let's go. And that's it. Surprisingly enough, Wind Kerbeus did beat everyone, which is interesting because Wind Knight was not able to beat Devil Excalibur nor Prominence Knight, but Wind Kerbeus, despite being the same blade and the same driver, it did manage to beat everyone. Against Wind Knight, they were very balanced because whoever we were launching second was winning, and there was even a tie in there. So that's very interesting, that changing the disc, which is lopsided, and changing the core, which has rubber tabs on it, which in this case would only affect the burst resistance. It still managed to beat everybody. So I'm not sure how that works, but maybe It could also be the armor, or maybe it's just the forge disc that is affecting the outcome. But yeah, Kerbeus did a lot better than I had expected. And that's it. Take the conclusions you like from that. Leave us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to see more videos like this. We are focusing more on Beyblades, but we also do bring other spin tops from time to time. And sometimes even stuff that are not even spin tops, but that we try to spin them anyway just to see if you can. So if you're into stuff like that, I'll see you next time. And until then, stay nerdy, guys.